We only have two types of people in this earth, those who work to achieve the "what do you want?" and those who work to find a "sorry, why I couldn't." Music, you pray for rain, and it has to be willing to deal with the mud, the pain, the tiredness. This is all part of the process. Growth quotes hard for you this: where are you planting something? When we stop being ambitious, we start to die. I want to know what you did. I want to know what you are going to do here for. Ahead. You will only find your success after you go through failure. You have to face yours, incompetence first, to find out what attitudes do you have to develop. If you change your model, mental, you change your life. If yours mind changes, she leads her life for another face, or you will work for get what you want, or will work to get an excuse. Do you have something well done in your life you made consistent, relevant? If it wasn't you who followed, I doubt it that this happened. It's hard. You're sleeping. You're not doing it nothing. I'm sorry, it's not me. I will help you. What do you want? Difficult then for you to make a modification transforming possible, that which is impossible. Sometimes you has to modify the structure itself. Psychological for the moment. You changes your psychological structure. You don't need willpower. So take willpower out of the game. Changes your psychological structure. These are the attitudes that differentiate person who actually goes there and does things. People who keep complaining. If today you complain, you are wasting energy on negative things. In the review, complain about procrastination. And it's not investing energy in what actually you have to do to get there, is the power of decision. We have to take a stance, differentiated. Do you understand better tomorrow than you were today? You don't need to be better than anyone else. You just need to be better than yourself. You are not willing. If you are afraid of climbing, you don't deserve the top of. The montage, when someone decides something in life and it is irreversible for the organism to intelligence the brain and the universe. So account for the rest. The new currency is time. Time you dedicate to preparing for something. As long as you dedicated to transforming for you, get here today. How many lions and bears you have already killed in your life. You will live today, what you did yesterday. Those who want to change don't change tomorrow, they change. Now it's life, it's skin one. There's no point if you are planting something, if you want something big, it's going to happen. Problem will be work. It will be work wrong. This works. It will be difficult to get easy. That's how you work, is here to improve your life. But that person you want to be wakes up early to go to the gym, and you wake up a person who reads at least an hour a day, and you read 1 hour a day what Flatiron Ryan is. Plan B. You put 60% focus and want 100% results. You're counting, close, bro. So where are the biggest lessons learned from the mistake, in failure, in loss, in anguish, in pain, in restlessness? We are talking about now preparation, because the seed is there inside. So we're talking about changing attitudes is talking our decisions. Immediate your life changes. Your life today, change here. Your life changes now. Your life changes now. Music, never let anyone define you. What you have to think about is, what is the price that I have to pay? The price you are willing to pay will define the game you will play. Some people are highly limited. In fact, every time you hear this proposal to change your life, your mind does it very wisely. Take all previous experiences that you had, and when she finds out that of the other times they promised you victory and you did not achieve, and yours mind doesn't want you to live this way, if you don't even flirt with a type of life much better than what you have, how come you will conquer this? How do you will achieve something you think you're not worthy at all? Limits that serve your life are there because you put them through yourself, of your beliefs, the beliefs you receive from your family, your friends, of your environment. Now it's up to you, expand these limits. The question that remains is, are you willing to pay the price? Is willing to pay the price to expand these limits? You can go much further than do you think you can go. The problem is that when you put that limit on back of you, you believed he was the limit. And when You believed you left a huge portion of his life without happening, but the question is, do I know? That's where we're all going to get out of here, put what we learn into practice. So I need you understand and ask why you failed the other times, what it has today. Different from the rest, who said that you can't, they talk to you so much that you don't, makes you start to believe and start to extrapolate. You can't this, you can't get that for you. Achieve practically nothing. Difference is that there is, between you and that person who does everything you want. I would like to do it, and this person is doing, and you don't do it, is because this person knows things that you don't know. Only that doesn't matter if you came from favela. It doesn't matter if you see it from a broken family, doesn't matter at all. This person only knows things that you don't know. What the proposal is to expand is make you see a little further, open your mind. Never let, and absolutely no one say, what can you do? What you can't. Do it. I just wish more from life. If I realize that I deserve it, more of life deserves. There is an opportunity being launched for everyone, and we're going to battle. Let's go to the challenge. The only person who know what you can do or not you. As long as you give yourself the opportunity to do, I don't know what you live today, but you came into this world to be a winning. This by fighting is how it works, is to create this domain within yourself. Internal. I'm going to do it. Growing up hurts. Maturing hurts. Developing hurts, but it's worth it. Music. Don't wait for the desire to change. I wish you would stop at this moment and calculate how many % of everything you worries are things that are in your control. Music, a big mistake for people who want changing your behavior, is waiting for the desire to change arrives, and only then effectively act on major changes in life. They hardly bring rewards that are immediate. Understand difficulties with maturity. Things become possible, not easier. What are your goals? What are your life goals, man? I want. So I'm motivated. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to eat this book soon, or study, take this course, be a transformer of one's own life. What is the price you are willing to pay? Are you willing to pay a high price? Because if you are not willing to pay that price, there's no point in starting. If you want to change, don't wait for the will. Come fight against your will to stay the way you are. The time has come for you to leave backstage, to go on stage, to starring in your own story. When things stop happening so close to your house, the time has come to happen in your life. One day it will work out. I'm looking for it. I'm learning. I'm studying, investigating, reading, talking, searching, doing. So you will have to pay a price. You need to change your pattern behavior and thinking you are willing to during the next 90 days, to during the next 4 months of your life, no longer stay in bed until such and such a time. Are you willing to do this? What is easier, to lift the butt off the chair and do something, or finding culprits to justify the reasons why we are not acting, blaming the world, blaming the crisis, blaming our parents, our family, our boss, our company, the opportunity? It's there for everyone. It's time for us to change our minds, but it all depends on who of us. My life changed when I decided that she was going to change. That's how it works. Most people believe that the opposite of success is failure. The opposite of success is giving up. From the difficulty of failure, I learned to your persistence is to provide your success. Man, you are not a girl, you not a boy, you are not one teenager, you are an adult. You give an order, you do what you say. Life will not revolutionize itself one day for the night, but I can be sure, give if you get up from your chair and give first step. If this step is firm and if you continue one step, each time your life will certainly change. It's our turn. So stop looking back. Your mind has to turn this key. The greatest profit of your future is your self-persistence. You keep walking towards your goals, faced with obstacles and problems, diversity, whatever that is. Persistence has no privilege, has people who find it turn around and start taking winning attitude. The style has to be bigger, determination has to be greater, persistence has to be greater, expect less, think less, and there is more. Music. No one has the authority to bring harm into your life. No justification. Turn your failure into success. No one has the authority to bring harm to your life if not you. What is the opposite of wealth? Laziness is the opposite of any wealth decision you make. You give up something lazy. People make decisions not to do something instead of doing another. That the medicine is very productive for laziness is discipline. And what is it? The error. People make the mistake of think. We can only start something. Thing when you see the motivation, but the motivation only it comes after you start something. What's the point of not doing what you want out of your life because of fear? If you are failing to do something because of fear, if you don't act because you're scared, so you don't live life what you want. And if you're not living, you are already dead. Even if you go through life's struggles, the struggles will pass, and you will remain unscathed, will remain intact, firm, victorious, because what I am determines what I can, what we are determines what we can do. Be yourself, make the world adjust to it. Music. What you plant, you will reap life. It's like echo if you don't like what's there. Listening, just change what you're shouting. Who do you want to blame for your defeat? And for your failure, any excuse. May you come to give for your failure. He continues to be failure, and failure is part of the game. You must have failed several times. You are the best people here. Children in the world have failed several times. Only failure is not being failed. Failure said, "That man, it's not around here, come here, not there." Other side resilience, right? You take your head and try to hit the wall. So you break resilience, then you try things different until you get your result. So when you try something different generally and when you make a mistake, nature speaks to you. You're not like that. Here we go through the same struggles, but we have to react differently. But it is. You are the one who has to make this choice. There will certainly be stress in your life, but how much does it all affect you? Effect depends on you, so throw it away, all your excuses, take theirs. Mistakes, learn from them and go after the life you want to live. Don't look for excuse for being a failure. Find out where will heaven come from. Music. The secret of victory, for you to be that person you always wanted to be. First, you have to break away from that person you've always been. Music. I want to talk to you about things that we only found ourselves winners. We hear a lot about Vittoria and what is the secret of victory? The difference between the winner and the loser is in the decision that these people decided to take. We need to first understand what a life is successful. People often measure success, comparing yourself to other people. Compare your life with the lives of others. People is a recipe for you to live. Frustrated, anguished who lives, if comparing with others, tends to live more unhappy than people who are not. Do this. There are people who want fame. There are people who want money and people who want opportunity of growth. Each one is something different. Are you interested in growing? Professionally grow as a man, as a woman growing up in society. Most will answer, I want to grow. Everyone wants to grow. World has a dream of happening, explode, and that at some point it's time. Come now, it's important to know what next. Growing up hurts, growth hurts, our choices, our decisions, why that the wind is suffering against it, because in the diversity that we grow, people is in the difficulties that we learn to maneuver our vessel better. A successful life is therefore a life in which you progressively makes a person better than the person who you were in your past. I can assure you that growing pains, the discomfort of growth is worth it. It's a shame because up front you will enjoy what you dedicated yourself to, and of what you planted up front you will reap. So the first thing I want talking to you is about boldness. It's going to go wrong. If it goes wrong, it won't more be. Bold, my brother, do it. We have a real crowd of unhappy people, dissatisfied with their lives because they live comparing with other people. The only criterion, the only rational measure of success is comparing yourself to who it was yesterday. Being successful is a lot different from being successful. You can have different from success. One thing, but to 40 years old, you have a heart attack. Was it worth it for you to inhabit that world that you want to get first? You have to break away from. That world you're in new is not in sameness, is in you. Do something you've never done, because time you do something you never made. You will live something you never experienced. Success, because you became so much tomorrow better than you are today. Whatever. What have you decided to do with your life? Lost time doesn't turn back the clock. He only moves forward after the time was lost, and then it wasn't regret planted up front will hit music, because you want to be a winner, good at what you do, so that every one day you look at your past and feel proud, because this past turned into a better person. Today, growing up hurts, but growing up is worth it. Be used, brave, and overcome limitations that you will achieve. Victory, music, taking risks in life. If you had to live your life new, what would you do differently? Music, taking risks in life. There are people who don't want to risk nothing. I'm sure that when you get to your 90 years old and someone asks you if you had to live your life again, what would you do differently? Will answer, I would risk it, but not allow me to taste you from yesterday block, so you can't face tomorrow. Will you say you won't, because no one did? Don't do it, because no one did it. Got it, because no one gets one. One of the most important things in life is ability not to give up when the goal is solid. When I want something, I need to go get it. And sometimes there will be to do many, many times that strength to be able to do things. Understand this strength. I'm digging here. I don't think I want to. I will get married on the other side. I'm exhausted. I'm going sleep. I will dig the other side until find the most guys who arrived in the audio. They were not behind successful guys after taking what was inside them to the outside, to build connections, to have new ones, ideas for doing different actions. Danger is not my fear. Paralyzes you and takes away your chance to work out. If you had to take a risk, I would take a chance that perhaps dropping the job you don't like and creating your own business, maybe get out of this relationship that doesn't, it works better than it would be risking more. When people are into you essence, they understand who they are. Truly, people becomes unstoppable. Then the big key becomes you are a person who wants to have new ideas. You simply need to like yourself and learn from everyone. There is no failure in failure. Failure is in giving up. No one fails when we succeed. But that yes, when you give up after failing success. What you can't stop happens, something happens. You can't stop you. You have to keep walking. That's how it works. Your life has already gone wrong. Risk changing the game. Try something new and don't change for fear of going wrong. Irrational. All the misfortunes, when well administered, becomes a superpower you just need to learn to look at. I hope that works. I hope let it end. I hope it doesn't happen for it to happen. I have to have the desire. An action. Business is challenging. It's for everyone. It's not just for you no more. It's quick to find out, but it's easier. Stay for you. What's the next step? I don't know. Only you can decide. First question is, what do you think? I would risk more by doing what? And second, what is the next step? You lose battle. others, but in mastering yourself.